Hey guys, my name is Michael Alexander Valoria. I did a tribute to Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Um, in 70 years, it'll be the 500-year anniversary. It's called The South Bay 2095, The Stuntman and the Pistol Expert. Here it goes. Act 1, Scene 1, Fate at the Jester House. Two families are feuding. They are the Ayrtons and the Amarillos. There is a massive party located on the west side of the South Bay near the beaches. It's January 1st, 2095, just past midnight. An argument turns into a massive fight between the two warring families. Innocent bystanders are anxious, scared, and trying to flee. Sticks, belts, and bottles are being flung around as well as fists and kicks. Nobody wins. It's just a heinous display of violence and rage. No one is sure about what is to come next. Scene 2, Rager, Prince Palace Party. Prince, the patriarch of the Ayrtons, is throwing a large banquet party at his family's palace estate near the port and docks. He sends one of his servants to the streets in town so the servant can personally invite the guests himself. The servant is illiterate, so he employs two young men to help him read the names. The young men are the stuntman Amarillo from the Amarillo family and Cowboy. While going over the list, Cowboy sees the name of Stuntman's crush that the stuntman had his eyes on. Her name is the Queen. Cowboy doesn't approve of the Queen and urges the stuntman to get a keener eye and hopefully have a real conversation with her by crashing the get-together at the Ayrton's palace estate. The stuntman, being wary and methodical, is reluctant because his family is feuding with the Ayrtons, but decides to just go for it and agrees that he will crash the party with Cowboy. Scene 3, The Welder and the Glassblower. The welder, the matriarch of the Ayrtons, and the glassblower, the family artist, are searching the family property for the Ayrton's daughter, the pistol expert. They find her meandering about, listening to music and dancing. Prince joins the three of them and begins to question his daughter, the pistol expert, about her thoughts on marriage. The pistol expert is naive to the subject and shrugs off any sort of futuristic ideology of a union with a groom. Prince pushes the subject and invites the idea that she has an arranged marriage with the security guard. She is taken aback and disrespectfully throws shade on the security guard for his reputation of being a party animal, a violent person, and an outspoken critic of political factions. The scene ends with everyone rushing back to prepare for the party at the Ayrton property. Scene 4, in Ayrton fashion. The DJ joins his friends, the stuntman and Cowboy, as they are about to crash the party at the Ayrton property. Dressed in style, the three sneak through the side yard. While maneuvering through the kitchen, they talk about dreams, tease each other, especially the stuntman, and foreshadow the night to come in hopes of looking for the Queen so the stuntman can really find out if he is in love. They reach the main ballroom and dance, eat appetizers, and sip on apple cider. They don't see the Queen, but the stuntman's eye is caught by the pistol expert, the only child of Mr. Ayrton. Scene 5, a dance, the stuntman and the pistol expert. With the Queen completely out of the stuntman's mind, he shoots across the dance floor and asks the pistol expert for a hand in a dance. She obliges, and they dance slow to top 40 hits. They both lock eyes for the first time, and the room is filled with puppy love. They seem to have hit it off right away, like love at first sight. The makeup artist, a nephew of Prince, and a member of the Ayrton family, does not like the fact that the stuntman and his friends have crashed the party and tells his uncle Prince. The makeup artist gripes and grieves to his uncle, but Prince is adamant that he will not do anything, and neither shall makeup artist. Prince continues by telling the makeup artist that as long as the Amarillo boy and his friends keep things cool, they can stay until the party ends. The makeup artist shrugs it off, and he continues to party in a bad mood. Act 2, Scene 1, The Trawler and the Dinghy. Later that night, after the party ends, the Ayrton family decide to sleep on the water at the docks in their antique trawler. The stuntman follows them in secret and dispatches a small dinghy without permission of the dinghy's owner. He throws small pebbles at the glass balcony window in which he sees the pistol expert combing her hair as she gets ready for bed. Scene 2, Swear to Thyself. The pistol expert comes to the window and is both scared and smiling that stuntman is below on the water in a dinghy. Unbeknownst to her, the dinghy does not belong to the stuntman. They exchange words in a language of fast love and reach the conclusion that they are meant to be together. Stuntman continues on professing to all the salt in the sea that he will be faithful and loyal to her. She stops him and tells him that she doesn't want the sea and its salt to be a collateral in their bonds, and forces him to swear to himself that everything he is saying is true. He agrees and makes a promise to himself that he will give her everything he has out of peace and love for the sake of them both. Scene 3. Poison and the Priest. The priest is in his garden, watering his plants, thinking about how flowers and trees look so beautiful, yet can be reduced to toxic substances that can poison a person to death. He recounts his younger years of study and makes assumptions of life's meanings. Scene 4. A Clash in Approval. Cowboy and the DJ are sitting next to a campfire, wondering where Stuntman has been all night. This is early the next morning. A text message from a block number appears on Cowboy's phone, and it says that the makeup artist challenges Stuntman to a fight. The Stuntman appears out of nowhere, and he learns of the challenge from the makeup artist. The Amarillo boy, Stuntman, brushes it off as he is stuck in his mind thinking of the time on the dinghy and the conversation and promise he made to the pistol expert. The glass blower and her personal assistant, the drug dealer, appear from around the corner. The Amarillo clique, DJ, Cowboy, and Stuntman whistle and holler at them, making fun of their clothes and their walk. The glass blower, she is unfazed, blows them off and keeps walking with the drug dealer at her side. The drug dealer sells non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs to the Ayrton family. The two are stopped by the Amarillo clique, and the Stuntman asks for the glass blower's approval between him and the pistol expert. She, the glass blower, approves, and they continue walking. Scene 5. The Confidential Union. The glassblower returns to the family property as the Ayrtons are returning from the docks. The pistol expert pulls the glassblower into her quarters and hurls a barrage of questions all at once concerning the stuntman. The glassblower is shocked, but continues to tell pistol expert about her conversation and approval of the stuntman. The glassblower calls the priest and arranges for a secret wedding to take place early the next morning between the stuntman and the pistol expert. Scene 6. Breakfast at dawn. The stuntman and the priest are waiting in a meadow for the pistol expert to arrive in the early morning hours. The priest attempts to persuade the stuntman out of the union out of concern that they fell in love too fast, and it may end up in disaster considering they are from warring families. The stuntman refuses and professes that he cannot go on living without her. She arrives and the priest marries them both in secret. Act 3, Scene 1. The double slaying. The DJ and the makeup artist. Cowboy and the DJ are walking around the port/docks when it starts to drizzle. They continue to wander around looking for things to do when the drizzle turns to pouring rain. Cowboy insists on taking shelter at a nearby building, but the DJ doesn't want to leave the safety of the docks where he feels safe. They both agree to take shelter under a big tree. While they are sitting there waiting for the rain to subside, the makeup artist shows up. An argument ensues and the makeup artist and the DJ start to quarrel. The makeup artist ends up stabbing the DJ and kills him. The stuntman shows up and sees what the makeup artist has done. The stuntman then slays the makeup artist with the makeup artist's own knife that was laying on the ground. The knight/sailor, who is also the town supervisor, shows up and deems them both a nuisance to the town and cites them for disturbing the peace. The civilians frown upon the insistent violence between the two families. The town is upset. Scene 2. Tears of a pistol expert. News gets back to the Ayrton property. The glassblower and the pistol expert are sitting in a bedroom crying about what has happened. Pistol expert's husband is now a murderer, and to make matters worse, he has killed pistol expert's cousin. To add insult to injury, the town has labeled both families a damper on the day. Pistol expert is distraught and demands glassblower to seek out the stuntman and see that he is brought to her because she cannot contain her emotions and feels like she is losing control of her mind. Scene 3. Reconnaissance, then a catamaran. While the stuntman is hiding out in the church with the priest, stuntman receives a text from the glassblower. The text asks for stuntman's location. He replies that he is hiding out in the church with the priest. The glassblower walks in and tells stuntman about the pistol expert's demand that he needs to come back to the Ayrton property. He agrees, and they both head to said location. but after, he needs to get on a catamaran and get the heck out of the town to hide. Scene 4, bad welds on a cannon. Prince and the welder, the mother and father of the pistol expert, don't know that their daughter has secretly married someone and want to console their daughter on what they think is only about the death of their nephew, pistol expert's cousin. They barge into pistol expert's room and tell her that they would like her to marry the security guard. Scene 5, the prince loses his temper. The stuntman and the glassblower reach the pistol expert's window and climb up via a homemade wooden ladder which was used for painting the estate 10 years ago. The stuntman consoles pistol expert and the glassblower leaves to her own room. Loud footsteps can be heard from down the hall, and both pistol expert and stuntman know that it must be Prince and the welder, pistol expert's mom and dad. Stuntman rushes out of the window and down the ladder and runs back to the church. The mom and dad walk into the room and begin talking about the marriage between pistol expert and the security guard. Pistol expert is emotionally distraught and blows up on her parents. The prince loses it on her and scolds her for being disobedient, immature, and out of control. Pistol expert cries with her face in the pillow, and her parents walk out. Pistol expert falls on her bed and cries herself to sleep. Act 4. Scene 1. Fugazi Angel. The next morning, the pistol expert's parents make the arranged marriage between pistol expert and the security guard happen. They plan it. Hearing the news, pistol expert acts surprised and happy, but inside she is filled with sadness and pain. She lies and tells her parents that she is going to see the priest for a blessing on her upcoming marriage. The parents let her go to the church, and she walks out of the family home. Upon arriving, the priest greets pistol expert and they talk for a minute. Pistol expert opens up about her dismay of marrying someone she does not like and asks the priest for help. The priest agrees to give her a sleeping potion and gives her instructions. He tells her to take the sleeping potion tonight, and tomorrow morning, the day of her wedding to the security guard, it will look as if pistol expert is dead. And that should thwart off any wedding. She agrees to the plan, but insists that the priest get word to the stuntman so that the news of her Fugazi death does not hurt stuntman. The priest agrees, and pistol expert leaves back to the family home. Scene 2. Dual sidearms to one. When the pistol expert gets back to the Ayrton estate, she marches into her father's office, the prince, and apologizes. She tells him that she has been double-minded and she has realigned her focus to a more singular mindset focused on love. She reiterates that she only has loyalty to him, her father, and the family. This pleases her dad, and they work things out. Scene 3. Pistol poppin'. The pistol expert lays in bed the night before the wedding to the security guard and drinks the sleeping potion that the priest gave her. She falls asleep. Unbeknownst to pistol expert, the news that the priest was supposed to deliver to the stuntman was blocked. The priest had given the task to somebody else, the drummer. The drummer had a concert that night and decided that the concert was more important. Therefore, he did not get the message to stuntman that pistol expert would be faking her death. Scene 4. Shotgun wedding. In order to make his daughter feel better, Prince 100% forces the wedding of the security guard and the pistol expert. Scene 5. A pull on safety. The glassblower, the welder, and Prince, P.E.'s parents, and the security guard walk into the room the day of the wedding to wish pistol expert a good morning, but see that she is still asleep. They try to wake her up, but to no avail, they are unable. They call the priest, and he hurries to the house. They assume that she has passed away in her sleep, and the priest convinces the Ayrton patriarch and matriarch that the body be taken back to the town burial grounds and be prepared for a funeral, all while knowing she is under an artificial slumber. Saddened and heartbroken, the Ayrtons agree. As the priest carries the body off the property, the family cries. The priest delivers pistol expert to the burial grounds and leaves. Act 5. Scene 1. The last ride. Since the drummer did not get the message to stuntman, news got back to stuntman that the pistol expert has actually passed away. The stuntman ordered a ranch hand to fetch him a horse so he could ride to the church burial grounds where Pistol Expert lays. While he waits for the horse, he runs into a trap house and buys enough painkillers to overdose on if the news is actually true, that his love has perished. He rushes on horseback and arrives at the burial grounds and sees a sleeping Pistol Expert. Stuntman thinks she's dead. Scene 2, the snare drum rattles. The priest realizes what had happened with the message he had given to the drummer. Stuntman must really think his love has passed away. The priest rushes to the town burial grounds. Scene 3, in Earthly Death. The stuntman arrives at the burial grounds and rushes to the Pistol Expert, who is asleep. The security guard approaches and tells Stuntman to back away. Stuntman slays the security guard. Stuntman then swallows all of the painkillers he bought and dies next to Pistol Expert. The Pistol Expert wakes up and sees Stuntman dead and also sees the dead security guard. She picks up the knife that was used to slay the security guard and stabs herself in the heart. She dies, and the three of their bodies lay next to each other in a sickening mess of confusion. The priest, the Amarillos, and the Ayrtons all arrived to see what had happened and vowed that they would change their ways. The end.